in part 2 of function notation PO18, you should already have in your binders the first and third question answered here, this one and this one, because we focused on last Thursday, what does it mean when we replace the x value in f of x? We said, I'm giving you that x value. I'm telling you that in this ordered pair, x is -2. You plug that in to the relation on a corner plane or the relation as equation to solve for y. Right? That's what we did on Thursday. What do you think the other half of function notation is? If on Thursday I gave you the x variable to solve for y, today I'm going to give you the y variable to solve for x. Okay? Now, the part that makes function notation confusing to kids is, do I know x or do I know y? Which one am I being given? Which one am I solving for? Well, when I give you the y value, I don't try and hide it. Like I literally say, for the f of x graph, what is the x value when y is -4? Okay? And the key is to remember that f of x, this is on the homework check too, f of x means y. So when I say, what is the x value when y equals -4, you are finding x when y equals -4. Okay? In this case, I'm giving you the y variable. Which relation are we looking at on the coordinate plane here? F or G? F, right? Because it says for the f of x graph. That's the curve here. So when y is -4, here's -4 on the y-axis, what is x? What's the other half of this ordered pair? What is the x value when y is -4? Fiona? 1, right? Here's the ordered pair that actually includes -4 as the y, and what is the x? Positive 1. Okay? Again, if you're wondering, how did he get 1 again? If this is this is the y value at -4, I'm looking for where on this does the f of x graph touch it. It touches it right here when x is positive 1. Okay? Doesn't touch it over here, not where it crosses, not over here, not over here, right there at positive 1. The fourth one, for the g of x graph. What is the x value when y is -1? So again, I'm telling you g of x, that's y. Y is -1. Notice I did not replace x with anything. That's because that's what we have to solve for. Right? Find x. So in this ordered pair, y is -1. We're looking at the g of x. Here's -1 on the y-axis. I'm looking for where at -1 does the g of x relation cross it.
Doesn't it cross twice?
It only crosses the g of x relation once. The g of x is that
it crosses.
slanted line. What's the x value when y is -1? Owen?
1.
1 again, right? G of x has a y value of -1 right there. And so, once again, the answer is 1. Okay? So we're doing the opposite.
Oh, that's
Instead of giving you x to solve for y, today I'm giving you y to solve for x. And here's how it looks. Going down to this section here, okay? Remember, when I give you a number in place of x, like I did here, f of 2, f of 4, g of 6, when we replace x, that's because you're being given x. I'm telling you what x is in this top section. For homework today, you solve for y. The next part of it looks like this. For f of x equals 2x plus 1, find x when f of x equals 9. Okay? Remember, what does f of x mean? Y. For y equals 2x plus 1, find x. That's a big hint of what you're solving for, right? Find x when y equals 9. Notice I did not replace x with a number here. That's because that's what you're looking for. I'm giving you y. Okay? So, seeing it like this, for f of x equals 2x plus 1, find f when f of x equals 9, means you want to solve for x when y equals 9. That's what that question is asking you to do, Addie. Got this? Did you write it down? Okay? Solve for x when y equals 9. So the first one, directions. Use f of x equals 6x plus 8 and g of x equals negative 10x plus 18 to find x. To find x. When? What variable is this? Because I asked. Okay.
It's almost
Y. F of x means y, right? Find x when y equals 62. So if our f of x equation, if f of x equals 6x plus 8, and I'm telling you f of x equals 62, you are now replacing this value with 62. Because you're finding x. You're solving for x. I did not replace x with a number. I gave you the y value. Y is 62. Do you see the difference here? And when you're being given x to solve for y versus being given y to solve for x? Right?
Yeah.
Again, look in that section just above this. F of 2, g of 6. I replaced x with the value that you put in for x in the equation. Here, remembering that this is just a fancy name for y, I'm telling you what y is. Y is 62. You are finding x. Okay? And how would we find x here? How would we solve this two-step equation? Welcome back, PO6 and 7. Claire?
Opposite operation.
Opposite operation. Subtract 8 from both sides to cancel that out. 8 minus 8 is 0. 62 minus 8 is 54. 54 equals 6x. What will we do next? Madden? Divide by 6. That's the opposite of multiplying by 6. And 9 equals x. So what ordered pair does this represent? 962. X was 9 when y is 62. Blakely.
So I put the equation in and for like, so I thought x was 9, like, because you put y equals 9, and I thought, like, I don't know, but yeah. Does that make sense? I don't think it does. Oh no, okay. So you set for up there it says solve for x when y equals 9.
Yeah.
I in the equation 6x plus 8, I thought it was 6y plus 8. So I did 6 times 9 plus 8.
So a happy little coincidence that you got it correct. Yeah. Don't do that. The next one. Okay. The next one, f of x equals 2. I am telling you that y equals 2. Okay? Y equals 2. You are finding x when y is 2. So instead of f of x equals 6x plus 8, I'm telling you 2 equals 6x plus 8. Again, the difference here. I did not replace x with a number. That's what you're solving for. This whole term, f of x, just means y. I'm giving you y. If you replace all of these with y equals negative 62, y equals 18, right? That's what you got to do. Again, opposite operations. Subtract 8 from both sides. Negative 6 equals 6x. Divide both sides by 6. Negative 1 equals x. The ordered pair being described here is negative 1, positive 2. Negative 1, positive 2. Questions on this? Knowing the difference between which variable you're being given and which one you're solving for is the key. And there are lots of hints to tell you, especially when I literally say, find x. Okay, yeah.
Why do you keep your thingy on your watermelon?
What thingy?
That's what
Tape.
How do you
Oh, the paper?
When's the
Well,
last time
this
you washed it?
this water bottle, I
he
rinse
needs
it out
to
every day.
feel good, so he has to look
This
good.
water
How do you
bottle
look good or what?
has two features to it. I can do it in straw mode or sip mode. And when I want to switch it up, I got to know how to do it. I got to read the directions.
It's not that hard.
So
Yeah,
plus,
how do you wash it?
look, it greets me. Hey, friend. It makes me warm and fuzzy inside.
He needs to look at
So,
the
yeah.
paper. How do you wash it? Like put it in the dishwasher.
I rinse it out every day.
You just rinse it out. You rinse it out.
I fill it with water and I drink it.
That's not cleaning it though.
Sure it is.
No, it's not. Yes, that is.
Yes, it is.
Rinsing it out is not.
I'm putting clean water in it. It gathers all the germs and I drink it. I do it again the next day. I don't see what the problem is. Okay?
What does your butt say?
I'm not a hugger. It's a cactus.
Yeah.
Okay. Your assignment for tomorrow is the rest of this page and the next page. Okay? Let's talk about these 6 here. Okay? This first one. What is f of 4 when f of x equals 2x plus 12? Which variable does this 4 represent? X. How do you know?
Because it's right there.
It's replaced.
Because it's replaced. I've replaced x with 4. Also, this looks very similar to what we have on this first page where it says find f of 2 when f of x equals 5x minus 4. It's kind of the same setup, right? So when you read these questions, your decision, which variable am I being given? Okay? The next one, 4 f of x equals 2x plus 12, find x. If I'm asking you to find x, which variable do you think I'm giving you? The y value, right? If I'm telling you to find x, I wouldn't give you x. That would make math way too easy. Okay? Find x when y equals 16. Notice I did not replace x with a number. That's because that's what you're solving for. Okay? So these 6 questions here are just an extension of what we did on the first page, only they're kind of mixed up. Sometimes you get x, sometimes you get y, you solve for the other. You've got to make that decision. Okay? Then down below, the function d of t represents the U.S. national debt, where t is the number of years since 1970, and d of t is the national debt in trillions of dollars. Sometimes we can replace f and x with actual contextual values. Okay? Why d of t? That is because the debt is a function of time. D stands for debt, T stands for time. That means that as time goes on, it affects the national debt. Okay? So when it says, what is D of 40? Which variable are you being given? X or Y? And I say X or Y because we are still dealing with a quarter plane. So we have an X value, an X axis, and a Y axis. What does that 40 represent? X. Because it's been replaced. So on the x-axis, I go to 40. Here it is. What is the y value when x is 40? 10. So the ordered pair for this is 40, 10. Because when x is 40, y is 10. Then it says write your answer in context. That means apply the answer to the situation. It says the function d of t represents the U.S. national debt, where t is the number of years since 1970. Our t is like our x here. So if it's been 40 years since 1970, what year does that represent? 2010. So in context, in 2010, the debt was what? $10? I can pay that off.
10 trillion.
10, oh, I can't pay that off anymore. $10 trillion.
That's a lot of money.
That's not that much.
Okay? If you want to write out the word trillion rather than putting 12 zeros, that's totally fine. Okay?
We could do scientific notation.
You could do scientific notation, which will apply it to CO5. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay?
How many zeros is it?
12. So when it says in context, it means apply it to the graph. Apply it to the situation. Okay? Rowan.
So I entered this class tired and stressed out. I'm now going to leave this class tired, stressed out, and existentially dreadful.
Yeah. Yep. Can't argue with that. Okay? James.
It's a Monday.
It is a Monday. Happy Monday to all. So here's where we get actual context of when function notation, folks,
Mondays are two.
when function notation might be used. Okay. So the top part of the page, the bulk of the homework is just kind of regurgitating what we've talked about, plugging values into equation solving. This one is actually application, reading a graph and coming up with results. Are there any other questions on this page you want to go over together as long as we're still recording?
Are we doing all of this?
Yes, this entire page, homework for tomorrow.
It's the same thing on the bottom for this.
Henry,
What about the bottom ones on the front page? Do we have to do those too?
the three that we didn't do?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Or,
This is outrageous.
You're giving
us so much
This is an average.
Whatever game.
Overthrow him. Down with the king.
So not Ohio.
Overthrow him.
You can sit and whine and complain, or you can do your work. Choice is yours.
both. Like Leon did.
Turning it into water.
Any others you want to go over together? James?
How about calculator I can borrow?
nah.
Somewhere.
Calculators were only like $10 at like
My sister has a
No?
$10.
Alright, that's how you math.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.